I'm, I'm in the fight chair. Man, DC, Daniel Cormier, and John Jones were just on Twitter going back and forth like crazy. John Jones called DC a coward. DC said it's coward to get to leave the scene of an accident and not care about the person you hurt. They were just going at it, man. That's some hardcore Twitter fighting. So finally, I think Jones is upset because he thinks that Daniel Cormier is running from him. So he really wants to fight with DC. He really wants it, the not the interim belt, but the real belt. So he's trying to talk DC into fighting by trolling him on Twitter. I was just reading along. At some point, I jumped in and said, "Hey, listen, man, it's in the UFC contract that if DC get hurt and he meets the status qualification, and he has to prove it and provide documentation, then he cannot fight." And I'm sure Dana White would not allow him to drop out the fight. So John Jones didn't respond back to me, but he still asked DC if he was hurt or injured. And then finally, a couple minutes ago, they just stopped arguing. But wow, if you got the time, check out the Twitter feed. This is just like, yeah, when those two guys meet up at Madison Square Garden, that's gonna be a rumble, a rumble. I'm not even counting this fight with OSP. I'm ruling him out. Cause Jones is fired up and he's ready. So my prediction for UFC 197 still the same. Jones to win by third round submission or fourth round knockout. And the reason why I said third and fourth is because those are the fourth and the fifth is a championship round. But by the fourth round, Jones would pretty much either have the guy picked apart and put his body weight on him and wear him down for the submission. And if he doesn't get the submission by the fourth round, usually the way John fights, he's always in the clinch, always wearing people down with his body weight. By the time the guy finished dragging John around the ring, he's gonna be so exhausted. Then he's gonna get the exhaustion is gonna kick in, and that's when John's probably gonna try and knock him out. So that's my prediction for UFC 197. But that Twitter war between these guys was like, wow, they didn't pull no punches, man. Wow. I mean, I expected. I guess DC got real upset because I never heard him that upset or use that type of language before. But I guess when somebody accuses you of being a liar and you're injured, you would take it seriously, and you know deep down inside that you're not a coward, and they're calling you a coward. And if anybody's human, they probably would, they probably would react. So yeah, yeah, I could see that happening. Love that. I could see that happening. So that's probably what happened. All right, guys, that's my 2 cents from the fight shit. But if you're up and you got some time, go check out Daniel Come here and John Jones' Twitter feed. Hilarious, dude. Hilarious.